And now it's Deborah Kobylt Live.
Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us today on Deborah Kobylt Live. And joining me is Madison Jennings, Communications Manager with the Assistance League of Los Angeles. Madison, thank you so very much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Now, for those who may not know, the Assistance League of Los Angeles, it's been around for nearly 100 years. I believe the Assistance League was founded up in San Francisco. It is a tried and true, incredible organization, foundation that does just remarkable work. I know
Hmm.
that you're having an upcoming fundraiser in August, so we're going to talk about that. I think it's called the Really Big Shoe. Love the name.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that too. And welcome to our show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I'd also like to say I'm a member of the Assistance League, and I'm thrilled to be one.
Oh,
Um, Please tell our audience, for those who do not know, about the Assistance League, when it was founded and why, and all that kind of good stuff.
oh, absolutely. Let's dive into it. So the Assistance League of Los Angeles, it was founded in 1919, so well over 106 years ago, by two incredible, just visionary women named Anne Banning and Ada Edwards Loughlin. They are two women who came from very different walks of life, but they came together for just their shared passion for civic service, for helping their communities. So a little bit about Anne Banning. She was the daughter of aristocratic parents and the granddaughter of Susan Glassell Patton, whose first husband was the grandfather of a World War II general. So despite though her social status, Anne believed that that privilege really demanded service.
Yeah.
So in her words, and this is a quote directly from her, a social heritage is deserved only so far as it is used for service to those who have fewer opportunities. So during the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, Anne mobilized her friends. They offered financial and material aid. And this kind of spirit of hands-on philanthropy, oh my gosh, I cannot say that word, Deborah. Philanthropy. Oh my goodness. Can you
Philanthropy.
Thank you,
Philanthropy.
philanthropy. Oh my word. Led her to found the LA chapter of Assistance League of Los Angeles during World War I and kind of created this successful Red Cross shop, a precursor to kind of the thrift shop model that we have with a lot of our sister chapters as well. And so Ada, she was a Stanford graduate, social reformer, was equally committed. And together in 1919, they launched what would become the first non-sectarian, non-political, volunteer nonprofit of its kind in the Western United States. So they both were really like these incredible trailblazers for the nonprofit work that we do to help the community today. They started small, providing food and clothing from a tiny office downtown, but then they also leveraged their social connections, which was huge. So they leveraged, Hollywood celebrities to really grow the impact that they had with their community. So their work really laid the foundation, not just for one organization here, the Assistance League of Los Angeles, but for a national movement. So by 1949, there were 10 Assistance League chapters, and then the National Assistance League was officially formed. So really, really incredible history. I can go on, but I'll stop there right now and I can definitely share more as well.
When they started, you said they were, giving food, clothing. What was it
Yes.
like back then? Because I know, now, what was it like? Primarily was it was because of wartime. It was very difficult,
Mm,
depression.
yeah.
What was happening in society at the time that there was such a great need then as there is now? But tell us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, really, the programs that they created were characterized by a desire to support the children's and families with basic resources, provide relief to low-income families, particularly those affected by World War One.
Yeah.
And then, as the century continued, the league grew alongside, um, and changed and developed different programs to meet the societal needs and just what was going on in the current time throughout the years as well. But really, it did start at that time to help provide relief for families during World War One.
Yeah, such big hearts these women had. And what they've done that's lasting now over 100 years is remarkable. I also want to say that the Assistance League is very transparent. Everything that they do, is out there for the public and for donors to see, which I think is wonderful. I've attended the Mannequins Luncheon, which is wonderful. I want to talk about that a little bit. But first, I want to talk about what are the different programs. Let's name them. Let's name them first. I believe we've got the college scholarship program. You tell it. It's better if you say it.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we, as you know, we've grown and we've developed, we've really streamlined the programs that we have today. And so those are 5 core programs, which are Operation School Bell, our Theater for Children, and our Foster Children's Resource Center, our Preschool Learning Center, and then our League Scholarship. So they are just phenomenal programs that really do an incredible service to the community here in Los Angeles.
Can you briefly describe each one for us?
Absolutely, I would love to. So Operation School Bell is an incredible program. And as we get into this discussion more, you might learn that our organization can be really complex. We're a member-run organization, volunteer-driven organization. And so our Ann Banning Auxiliary pilots and spearheads Operation School Bell. So this is their program that they fundraise for, that they do the direct service for. So Operation School Bell is an incredible program that really strives to get children to stay in school and be in school. And so the way that we do that is by providing them with all of the necessary resources that they would need to stay in school. And so children come to our chapter house here in Los Angeles, and they are provided with a backpack full of brand new clothing, like a personal care kit with hygiene products and a school supply kit, a book, a toy, brand new shoes. And it is an incredible experience because they get to choose those items. Everything is brand new. That is something that we really value because these children, and I've had one student come up to me and was like, wait, I don't have to share this toothbrush with my little brother. And you think that's insane. It costs 25 cents for us to get these toothbrushes. And like, this is the type of living situation that many of these children are in. And so to see the joy light up on that little girl's face when she said that, like, that's just remarkable that like you're able to make that much of a difference over something so simple. And so it's an incredible program. And, we have dressing rooms here so they get to try on the clothes, make sure that they truly fit. Like they get such, we call it like the VIP experience. And the fact that they get to walk away with brand new items, really, we want to emulate the message that they are valued and that they are worth that investment to receive something that's brand new. So Operation School Bell, we serve annually over 10,000 students. We also have an arm in Operation School Bell called OSB on Wheels. We have this 18-foot, or like it's 40 feet, but it's an 18-wheeler trailer that has been outfitted for like a dressing room. And so we go to various schools all throughout Los Angeles County. And we go to those schools and we get to kind of do Operation School Bell on site. So all of these students who are experiencing homelessness or living below the poverty line or who are in foster care, they get to come and have that experience and walk away feeling just so full of dignity and value and worth. And at those Operation School Bell on Wheels events, we serve over between 300 and 350 students at each time. So I apologize, I'm going on, but it's just an incredible program.
I can't imagine what they feel like when they go home with those backpacks. I often wonder because I've
Hmm.
volunteered in many areas and I think,
Hmm.
are they a little sad in a way that they can't have this all the time? Or does it
Yeah.
inspire them to say, I'm going to do something like this for somebody someday, and I'm going to work as hard as I can to
Yeah.
get to a point where I can get my own toothbrush that I don't have to share. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
I
ever
mean,
hear
I
back from kids like what that's really like?
absolutely. So, I can share two examples about two folks who are actually members of the league. One in particular is a board member here at the Assistance League of Los Angeles, but she greatly benefited from the programs that we provided. And that
Wow.
really encouraged her for her career path. She works at
Wow.
Universal Studios in the I'm totally blanking on the name, but it's her position is to help engage the employees at Universal for nonprofit work. How can they
Beautiful.
engage with the community to help serve and better the community? And so that was one of the biggest reasons why was because of the programs, because of how much it impacted her to not only go down that career path, but then also come back and serve here at the league as a board member and volunteer. And it's just incredible.
Yeah, that's very inspiring to hear that. It
Hmm.
really is because I often think about that and I think, gosh, what must it feel like as they're leaving?
Yeah.
If I were that little person, I might not want to leave. I might not want to walk out the door. I might say,
Yeah.
gosh, I want to stay here. I feel so safe here. So
Yeah.
that's really beautiful that you do that. All right, let's briefly though go through some of the others. The preschool, well, we just did that. The learning center, the theater for children, the Foster's Children Resource. Let's go through all of them.
Okay, great. So the Theater for Children is run by a 9 o'clock Players Auxiliary. It was founded in 1929, and it is the longest standing, longest running theater here in Los Angeles.
Oh,
It's really cool. And we have the theater, it's located on St. Andrews. And so it's an incredible program because it gives children from Title I schools the ability and chance to get to experience live musical theater very more often than not for the very first time and to get to engage in something that's creative and fun. And so it's an incredible program where over 7,000 children get to sit down in that theater and just see an incredible performance. And the performers are all volunteers and they are amazing. And this upcoming season, they're doing Willy Wonka, and it's amazing to
oh,
hear. I know it's
I
going to be
love it.
so much fun.
I want to go. By the way, what age does that serve?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's all elementary schooled children. So kindergarten through fifth or sixth grade.
Yeah, we have to talk after the show because I really would love to. Anywhere where you see a need, I'd love to help and volunteer in any way
Oh,
because
I love
the
hearing that.
program is kind of just, they touch my heart. They really do.
Mm,
And there's a lot of heart in them. Even just
yeah.
hearing about that just sounds like a fun day for these kids. It sounds like a
Hmm.
terrific day for the adults to be involved with these
Yeah.
children. It's really remarkable.
Yeah.
And, go ahead.
Oh no. Yeah, I was just going to say there's so many ways to get involved. And it's, when you think of like a nonprofit, like the theater, like, wait, musical theater? Why is that a service? Why are we doing that? But,
Oh,
it's because we want to give these children access to something that they normally wouldn't have access to.
oh,
This is
absolutely.
something that is fun. And, a lot of times they come from very hard circumstances. And so,
Yeah.
with that being said, like you said, it's something that's so lighthearted that they get to be just filled with so much joy. And I think it touches a part of them in a different way.
It's also very creative, and you might
Hmm.
spark an interest in someone who wants to be a writer, an actor, who wants to get
Yeah,
involved in theater, film, anything. And so it's multi-purpose for sure. So that's
absolutely.
absolutely wonderful. What a great day for those kids. All right, let's
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about the Foster Children's Resource Center, um, please.
Yes, absolutely. So that was founded in 1990. We call it FCRC. And it provides, and it's actually located in the San Fernando Valley. So we have a location out there. So we work primarily with the Department of Children and Family Services. And kids and families get to come in every 6 months to receive critically needed items: clothing, underwear, blankets, toiletries, backpacks, school supplies, books, toys, anything that you can think of. They get a suitcase. And they get to go and pick out all of those items for free, have an amazing experience, get to walk out just feeling with so much dignity and love and just compassion. Our volunteers are incredible there, and it's amazing program. And that program serves infants to 21. And so, as you can imagine, there's a lot of need for the variety of items that we would want to give, that we give to these children and young adults. But it's an amazing experience to get to go and work out there and serve these families who just so desperately need these items to help the children that they're looking after thrive.
How many children do you serve with the Foster Children's Resource Center? I mean, that's just incredible. I know that there's a lot of children in the foster program. So many.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at some stats prior to our call just to confirm the numbers. And in Los Angeles County alone, it's over 30,000 children who are in the foster care system, which is
incredible.
It's so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. And so while we're just a drop in the bucket, we really want to expand how many children and young adults we're serving. So right now we serve about 2,000 kids and young adults through our Foster Children's Resource Center, and definitely looking to expand the amount of service that we do.
Yeah, wow. That is a huge need in this county. That is a huge need. And yes, to expand that area is critical. That is really, so thank you for all you do there. And then, the scholarship program for college, and also I know you have the preschool learning center. How many children? I know they're separate, but I want to sort of encapsulate it a little bit.
Okay.
How many children or young adults do you help with the college program?
Yeah, absolutely. Our college scholarship program is incredible. We award students who are graduating from high school who are either in foster care or homeless with a renewable scholarship. So it's unlike any type of scholarship that's out there that specifically caters to those students in that demographic. And they get awarded their freshman year of school, and the scholarship renews for 4 years. And so they receive $2,500 every year for 4 years, which comes to about a total of $10,000. And so currently we have over 60 students in the program. And not only that, but that program is sponsored by our Mannequins Auxiliary. So they do care packages and send out letters to the students. So it's not only just about giving them money, it's about forming relationship and connection and letting them know that we're here to support them in any way that we can. And so it's been an amazing, amazing program. And it started back in 2017. So it's still a newer program here at the league, but we've just seen such amazing results from that because of the financial, the financial burden lessening for these students. The graduation rate, our graduation rate for the students in the program, over 95% of the students graduated from college, which is huge.
That is huge, particularly, from what they've come from. It's been really, really tough.
Yeah.
And, I believe that foundation, they feel cared for, and they probably feel a responsibility. Someone has given them a scholarship, not given them, but they've earned this scholarship. And they want to make sure that they follow through. I think that's magnificent. And then to dial it back to the early years, right? You've got the preschool program.
Yes.
So, so you start early in life to give them a start, right? What is the preschool program, very briefly, if you could?
Yeah, absolutely. So our Preschool Learning Center is an incredible nationally accredited program. And we have an opportunity to serve 40 to 50 kids who are enrolled to help just support their physical, social, emotional, and cognitive development, particularly with students, with children who come from low income families, who are in transitional housing, just
Wow.
circumstances that may be harder for them. And let me tell you what, if I could
Mm,
send my kids there, I would. It is the
yeah.
best preschool. The teachers there have been there for 30 plus years. They are so caring. They love these children, and it's just a remarkable environment for them to get to thrive and be somewhere that's stable.
Yeah, that's absolutely wonderful. You mentioned the mannequins, and I attended. The mannequins put on a fashion show to raise
Yeah.
money. What do the mannequins do?
Yeah, absolutely. So, diving into the layers of kind of how our organization is complex, member run auxiliaries, which we could say are membership groups. One of the auxiliaries is our mannequins. And so we have auxiliaries that run programs. And then we also have auxiliaries that kind of sponsor programs and
Right.
also raise funds. Um, to help continue the growth of our programs and to continue serving the youth that we do. And so the mannequins kind of falls in between that because they
Yeah.
sponsor the scholarship program, but then also one of their primary functions is to help raise funds for the league. And so they do really incredible things like a fashion show, getting together amazing people coming for a luncheon, learning about the league, getting to model fabulous clothes, have an amazing time with friends, but all for an incredible cause. And so they are just a wonderful auxiliary. They do amazing things, and they also sponsor our scholarship program as well, which has been an amazing blessing on our end.
With all the different programs, all told, how
Mhm.
many students would you say that you serve each year?
Each year over 22,000.
Wow. How do
Mhm.
they find you, and how do you find them?
Well, that's a great question. So, really, our biggest partner is LAUSD, Los Angeles Unified School District, and so we work primarily with them, but we also work with other nonprofits surrounding us as well, and so that is our biggest resource for. Um, Finding who the students are that are in need.
Right.
And so that is the biggest way that we are able to get into contact with who needs to receive service.
Wow. That's really incredible, though. Do you ever have to
Mhm.
turn people away? That would be heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah. I can't think of a time that we've had to turn someone away. We really strive to be fiscally responsible. We really
Yeah.
strive to get who we are, what we do, how you can help out in the community.
Right.
We really strive to find dollars wherever we can with grants and foundations. And so, with that being said, and with our amazing leadership from our CEO Greg Kovacs, we have not been able to turn anyone away that I know of. There might have been another time,
Right.
but we want to continue to serve more and more youth.
Yeah. In its 100-year history, do you have any idea how many young people have benefited? Because it's really
Yeah.
extraordinary. Go ahead.
It truly is. It truly is. So really, I would say like, and this is on our website right here, over 1 million plus children's
That's
and families served
incredible.
by the league.
I
So,
mean,
and yeah,
to think about that, 1 million young people who would have had not the opportunity were you not there to and I love that you have very specific programs because you have specific needs. One size does not fit all with all the need that's out there, and it's growing, which is
hmm
really incredible. Talk to me about the really big shoe. Just love that
yeah,
name. I could say it 10 times, right? I just love
right.
it. The really big
And
shoe.
it
What is that
sticks in your
about, please?
brain, doesn't it? So the
Yeah.
really big shoe was it's a fundraiser and it's to benefit our Operation School Bell program and kind of the or the orient the the origin story of it, excuse me, was that one of our incredible board members and member of our Ann Banning Auxiliary, Amelia Chick, saw that there was a need, that we needed to raise money in order to get shoes for the children in our program. There was a need there. There was a deficit in our budget. And so she is amazing. She spearheaded this fundraiser, and the first really big shoe happened last year, and we far exceeded our goal. We were able to raise over $141,000. And the way that it was phenomenal.
Wow.
All to get brand new shoes for the kids. And what's so incredible is that we were able to get brand new name brand shoes for these kids. And if I could show you some of the videos of the kids being able to walk away with Vans or Converse, you wouldn't think, but when you're in an environment, like kids want to feel like they are the same, like that they're like the other students here. And like the fact that they get to have that is just, it's unlike anything you've ever seen. It's amazing. And so it's an incredible evening to get together. And the really big shoe is hosted at the Preseve LA and then also at our theater on St. Andrews Street. And so there's an auction, there's a no host bar, there's a wish board. And so it's all about getting to enjoy that time and raise funds for this critical program. But one of the best parts of the night is that the last half of the evening is actually a comedy show. And so we last year had like 5 or 6 comedians with amazing backgrounds, and they came and just put on an incredible show. And so it's just a really fun night of laughter, connection, community, and just getting to do good for those who need that help.
For people looking to get involved, I think the Assistance League is one of the greatest places because there's a lot of areas where people can get involved. And I know that you really rely on volunteers, right? It's a big thing. What do they do? Do they just write to the Assistance League, or if they want to be involved? Because then it's a matter of where do you fit in, So what should a person do if they want to get out there?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they can go to our website, assistanceleaguela.org, and can click on the learn more about us and type in their information if they're interested in volunteering. There's a form that they can fill out. We have an incredible membership team here at the League that would love to meet with you, learn what you would like, how you would like to get involved, share more about the League, and really place you in where you think that you could fit in best. And so there's so many ways you can become a member. You can volunteer episodically. You can stop in. We really have a variety of ways that you can get involved.
What does it feel like for you being involved with the Assistance League, with all the good work you do, when you see a young person walking away with a new pair of shoes or the backpack? Or a young person in preschool or getting a scholarship? What does that feel like? How does that impact you? Because even the need, when you said during our interview that a little girl said, "You mean I don't have to share my toothbrush?" That really hit me. And that's going to stay with me. So what does that do for you, knowing the work you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. That's such a great question. Well, I think first things first, I'm a very mission-driven person. If I feel like I can't align or really buy into the mission, it's very hard for me to want to be involved. And so the thing about the Assistance League of Los Angeles is that they are driven by their mission, which is to improve the lives of impoverished youth here in Los Angeles through our different programs with compassion. And so that's something that I stand by every day. And that's what allows me to continue to move forward, to continue to do better, to continue to share the story of the League, because it's a powerful story. And the need isn't going away. It's
No.
only actually increasing. And, in today's society, there's many different ways, there's many different uh, things that might be pulling your attention for how you could help, how you can get involved. So it's like, how can we share our story and be that one place that somebody could pick out and be like, this is how I want to be involved. And when I get to be on the front lines and get to see directly the students who were serving, like it just reignites that passion, because I do have that heart for service. And I'm so thankful that I have an opportunity to get to work for a place like the League. It's just incredible.
Started by these very, very brave women over 100 years ago. I'm so
Mhm.
grateful for that. Madison, I'm so thrilled that you joined us today. Are there any parting words that you'd like to tell our audience about the Assistance League, and once again to remind them about your event on August 23rd?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? There is a place for you to get involved. I would
Yeah.
just would say, check us out, come learn more. We would love to have you. And for the really big shoe, it is August 23rd at the Preserve LA. So you can go to our website, assistanceleaguela.org, to find more information, to get your tickets. We would love to have you. It's going to be an incredible evening, and you do not want to miss out.
I'm just thrilled that you joined us today. You've inspired me so much. And
Oh,
the
good.
women who have come before you have inspired me so much. And I'm going to take with me today what you said about that little girl who got the backpack. That's very telling for the work that you do, and the people that
Yeah.
you've inspired who have now come back and are working with the Assistance League and are
Hmm.
now even board members. That's really,
Hmm.
really incredible. So thank you so much for all that you do. And thank you for joining us today on our program. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and please, anyone who wants to get involved, please go on the website for the Assistance League of Los Angeles. Clearly, you can always donate as well. That would be terrific. Go to the event on the 23rd, but any little bit always helps. People say that, and it's true, because any little bit would add up to buy a backpack, a pair of shoes, supplies at the preschool, scholarships. So I encourage everyone to look up the Assistance League and see how you might want to get involved in all the work that they do. So again, thank you very much, Madison, for joining us on our program, Deborah Kobylt Live. I'm your host, Deborah Zara Kobylt, and we are available on all video, podcast platforms, and audio. So just put in the name of our show and you will find our program. And share with your friends too. This is important work that they're doing. I thank everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.